tea time for today. Today's gonna be short and sweet, or actually spiced, because I have a spiced chai with me today. And I actually made a dirty chai. So I have a shot of espresso in there with some Big Train chai mix, which is pretty good. Not my favorite. My favorite is the Nordstrom chai mix, but the Big Train chai is my next best thing because I haven't gone to Nordstrom's in a while, and it had been a while since I tried Big Train chai, so I wanted to order it again and see how I'm feeling, and it's pretty good. It's up there. I'd say like an 8 out of 10. I don't usually drink dirty chais, but today I'm driving to Annapolis to meet a friend, which is about an hour from where I am, and I feel like it's gonna be a long morning. It's gonna be a long day actually, because I have a play date. Well, Theo has a play date this afternoon, so I'm trying to get my caffeine in, my caffeine fix to wake me up, and we're gonna stop by Vigilante Coffee to pick up some more coffee. I'm actually drinking coffee from that area, except it's more in Baltimore. That's where the espresso shot is from. It's from like a local coffee shop there. I can't remember at this exact second what it's called, but I know it'll be in the video if you're curious and you're looking for some good coffee. We are a little bit picky, so we tend to choose local places nearby that have roast dates on their coffee. I know we usually talk about tea, but my husband's the coffee guy. My favorite chais have lavender in it, but I don't have any lavender syrup, and I haven't bought any yet. Yesterday was like not yesterday, on Friday, I forget what they call it. It's when you don't buy stuff. You're like protesting the big companies, so you only buy local if you have to buy things, but really it's like to show the economy and the big people up top, the CEOs, whatever, that we care where our money goes. So I haven't been buying too much, or especially on those specific days when people say don't go buying stuff on Friday the 28th. I need to get better at steaming my milk though. Zach says he thinks it's because I'm not turning the knob on all the way, which is true. He also said that we have a thermometer I could put in the coffee, which might help me, because when I'm done, it's not hot enough. So I stuck it in the microwave again for an extra 30 seconds to get it the perfect drinking temperature. Yesterday, I had a night out with the girls. That feels so weird to say because I have been seeing friends lately, but usually it's for like baby play dates or birthday parties. It's not usually for me. And more often recently, I have been going out and like hanging out with adults without my child, which just feels so weird, and I miss him all day long. But I know it's good for me, and I know it's good for him, and I had a lot of fun. Yesterday was busy too. This whole weekend is pretty busy, but in the best of ways. I woke up at 5 to my child having a coughing attack. Pretty random too. He's not like really sick, he's just coughing every now and then, and usually at night, like when he's on his back, and I think he just has extra mucus, maybe from allergies or something, because he really isn't sick. Like during the day he doesn't cough, and he doesn't we maybe blow his nose like twice a day, but that's pretty normal. After I got him up and gave him breakfast, we had banana pancakes. I try to go a little fancier on the weekend if I can. I don't usually make breakfast and dinner, but I'll like pick a meal. So like we'll go out to breakfast and then I'll make dinner, or I'll cook breakfast and then sometimes we'll just do pizza for dinner or something like that. But yesterday I cooked banana pancakes, some eggs with garlic and turmeric, and made some French press coffee because we were out of coffee filters. So I use the French press. I actually don't mind the French press. The worst part about the French press is cleaning it. I don't know why it bothers me so much. I think because it just gets like stuck and you have to like pick out the coffee grains. I don't know. But it's good coffee either way. Can't complain. Gotta be grateful. Grateful that we have coffee. After breakfast, we went grocery shopping at Trader Joe's. Bought some groceries. We also went to Target because I had to buy some cleaning stuff, and Trader Joe's doesn't really have cleaning stuff. But then we ended up spending so much more money than I had thought we were gonna spend. We went there mostly for vinegar and paper towels. But then we ended up buying like all the cleaning stuff, like things that I would need next month, because I try not to go to Target very often because I know like I spend more money than I should spend, because I buy like kid snacks. And what did I buy? I bought Biscoff cookies for me. Speaking of, I should have brought one in here. That would have been a good tea time pairing. We got back from grocery shopping in the morning and I did some more of the never-ending laundry, picked up the apartment. I have to pick up the apartment at least like twice a day. Usually I do a morning pickup and just like run around and try to get things off the floor, wipe down any grime, anything that's like super messy. And I do it every morning and evening after dinner. So it helps keep it clean. Like I don't have to do a deep clean as often. Usually my like deep clean is on the weekends, but I still have to vacuum like 2 or 3 times a week, and it feels a little overwhelming right now because I've got a lot on my plate with, you know, I'm socializing a lot more, which is great. I feel like I'm growing. I'm kind of getting out of my social anxiety. There were some times where I got in my head yesterday and I kind of like just didn't want to talk or didn't know how to contribute to the conversation. But we were hanging out for like 8 hours. So in my defense, there's going to be some lulls in those moments. But if you have any tips for when you go out with friends, like how you keep your energy up, because for me, I just kind of like deflate towards the end. I think after like 5 or 6, I was just like ready to go to bed. But I was with other people and I didn't want to like end the party too soon. So we stayed until about 8 or 9 last night. And we took the metro. So we had parked together at the metro station in Shady Grove. And we took that all the way to the, wherever you transfer to the Green Line, to Chinatown. And then we transferred. And then we went to the wharf where they were having a Mardi Gras parade, which I guess is, it sounds like it's a Louisiana thing. I don't know if I'm gonna talk about Mardi Gras right. Like, go fact check these for sure, because I've never celebrated Mardi Gras before this year. But I have a coworker at work who celebrates it, and she said in Louisiana they go all out. They have like costumes and it's a big deal. And she wore this like sequins jacket, and I didn't have anything except a scarf that was purple, so I wore that. So I was a little underdressed compared to some of the people, but I was cozy. I mean, I was actually freezing. When I got home last night, it said it was 8 degrees. Well, feels like 8 degrees. It was so windy. But I had 3 layers of clothes on, so it was fine. I had to stay a little bit cute, you know, when you go out. Like, you can't just wear sweatpants and stay cozy, which I would love to do. Maybe next time I'll just wear my Snuggie. I have done that. Last week I wore my like big, it's called a comfy, to Trader Joe's, and so many people commented on it. They're like, I love that. And I'm like, I'm being noticed, but it's okay because I'm comfy and I'm happy, and I'm trying not to let other people's judgments, or, I mean, a compliment's still judgment to me. Like, people are noticing me and they have an opinion about me or things I wear. But either way, I'm trying not to hold on to it very much. I'm trying to just like let them go by. Whatever people think is what they think. It is a little bit odd to wear a massive Snuggie type sweater to the grocery store, so it was kind of reaffirming when people were like, oh yeah, I love that. It's like, oh, okay, maybe they wish they wore it to the grocery store. I don't know. Anyways, when we got on the metro, there was actually this guy that was smoking something out of like it was a little bit weird. Made me feel uncomfortable. He was right next to us, and it was jam-packed, like the metro was full. So it was like an aluminum thing, and he had like a needle, and he was like rocking back and forth and talking. And you know, people do what they want to do, that's fine. But the friend I was riding the metro with, we were nervous about like what were we breathing in, because he was right next to us. So we ended up just getting up from our seats and standing up front across the car. And then at one point we actually got off the car because we were like, this is not helping, we're still breathing it in. And both of us have a little bit of anxiety. Her anxiety is more about health. I mean, I have a little bit of health anxiety, but she constantly thinks about like, what's good for me, what's bad for me, is this gonna kill me, you know? So she's like, now I'm gonna think about the smoke that's in my lungs, like what is this? And it did look a little weird. Like, of course there's no smoking rules on the metro, but a lot of people don't follow the rules at the metro. There were people eating, there were people playing music. I know that's a rule, and you know, people can have rules, but people can also break rules, because that's life. After the parade, we went bar hopping and went from like one bar to the next. We went to 3 different bars. 3? We actually went to 4, but one of them we were waiting so long for drinks, so we just left. And the first one, we ate some food, got some good grub in our system, and had some really good seats there. They had like outdoor heaters, so that was nice. Pretty much once we left the first one, it was like we were in these crowds of people, and it was like, I told them I felt like a person Oreo sandwich. Like I was the white cream in the middle, and people just kept smushing me as we like tried to make our way through the crowd, which I'm glad I went. Like, it was a really fun experience, but I don't know if I would go again, because I don't love big crowds. Like, it's just, I wouldn't even say it's an anxiety thing anymore. It's just, I don't really enjoy it. Like, I enjoy calm, cozy, open, free. I don't want to have to worry about all the thousands of people that are around me. I drank a Moscow Mule, some other fruity drinks. I only had two drinks. Well, I ordered 3 drinks, but I didn't like the 3rd drink because it had some smoky vodka or something. So I didn't drink it. And I felt bad because it was really pretty. It was like, it had a little flower on top. And then he noticed I wasn't drinking it because it was at my coworkers, like, sounds like they're might be dating friend's bar. He like managed the place, so he was really nice to us. He comped our drinks. So I'd never gotten free drinks before, and I got free drinks twice yesterday, because one time my coworker paid for them, and then the other time her person she's dating paid for them. And so I only had to pay for 1 drink yesterday, and some dinner, some lunch, and some dinner. We got Taco Bell on the way home. But he was really nice, and he kept coming over to see if I wanted anything else to drink. And I guess it's like a speakeasy type of bar, but I didn't see any speakeasy action going on, so it seemed fine. I have been to a few strip clubs before, and I don't know how they differ from a speakeasy, to be honest. Like, it didn't seem like there were like back rooms, which is what I kind of imagined at a speakeasy. But maybe I just have the whole vibe of a speakeasy off. I don't know. I also just realized I never turned on my ring light, so this video might be a little bit darker than the other videos, and I'm sorry about that. One of the bars we walked in and I had like a major moment of deja vu. It was super weird. It was so familiar, and I know I had never been there before. Yeah, because the last time I went to the wharf, we went to a breakfast place. So I don't know. I kept thinking about it, like, what is this trying to tell me? What is here that I need to hold on to or have a different perspective of? And I Googled it when I got home. I was curious about like why deja vu happens. And the scientific explanation is that our brain processing centers have this like mismatch in moments where we feel like we recognize something, but even if we've never been there before, it just that processing center is triggered, I guess. And that science explanation said it usually happens when you're tired or stressed, which I was probably a little more stressed yesterday than I usually am on the weekends. And I'm always tired. The other ideas were Carl Jung, who I've heard a lot of in the past year. He's in the Audible book that I'm listening to right now. Oh, my phone's up there, recording. I will list the book in the description because it is such a good book. If I could request the whole world to read one book, it would be this book that I am reading right now on Audible. It's mind-blowing. It connects science, spirituality, and our reality that we see in front of us. It's very informative. It's very informative on our different energy centers and how they apply to how we feel. So anyways, Carl Jung is in that book as well. But apparently his perspective on deja vu is that it's part of this moment of deja vu is part of the collective unconscious memories, which he did not use this term, I don't think, but reminds me very much of the Akashic records that people like Bashar and Andre on Know Thyself talk about. They're these memories that are just inside of us, inside of our souls, inside of the earth and the universe, that we can reach somehow. Like we feel this memory. So that was kind of the Carl Jung perspective, is the collective unconscious. It's a part of that big memory library that somehow we have access to. And the last idea was more spirituality related. Like if you have this moment, it's your soul trying to tell you something, that you are aligned, you're on the right path. So I don't know what it was trying to tell me. I'm still pondering it even now. Maybe that being social is part of where my heart lies, where I have not been so social in the past, but maybe that's where I'm going to make my biggest changes, is with friends and opening their hearts and minds to different perspectives on ways to live, not just consuming, because I feel like we're all just consumers in the modern world today, at least in the Western world. And I think I have a good balance of consuming and creating and believing in myself, and I tend to push other people to chase their dreams and believe in themselves and listen to their intuition too. So I think if I were to take anything out of that situation, that would be it, is to continue to surround myself with people who remind me that I'm here to grow, and to remind myself to help other people to grow too, through honesty and through experiences like going new places and celebrating holidays that I have no idea about. So I asked my friend from Louisiana, and she said it was about celebrating the holidays season along with Lent. So you eat a bunch on Fat Tuesday, and then everything shuts off on Tuesday, all the like celebrations and stuff, and then you fast for a month, and there's like different requirements, and it sounds like a Catholic concept, which I'm not super familiar with Catholicism. And then it leads up to Easter, which I've always celebrated Easter, I guess, but like not much, more like a light, easy celebration. We'll see if I celebrate this year. Probably find some Easter egg hunt for Theo to go find some eggs. That's what we did last year, and he really enjoyed it. Anyways, I'm curious if you all get deja vu. If you do, when have you gotten it? Have you been able to pull any meaning out of those experiences, or do you just think it's a fluke in your brain? Until next time, stay present, stay curious, and keep sipping those teas. They're a good way to ground us to the earth, remind us that we are one with nature. Maybe not so much chai tea, but the leafy green tea, the flower teas, all those teas. I always recommend to people that they should drink tea because it's good for you, and it's a good way to be present, a good way to notice your own body and to be grateful for what's in your cup. So I always drink at least a cup a day, if not like 5. Yeah, sometimes it goes up to 5, but usually it's a cup or 2. And I hope you all enjoy your week. See you next time.